Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Today we are going to explore different styles of writing in our creative writing class. You all may know about different writing styles, but you may not know how to use them properly, how to write them properly. So today we will discuss about different styles of writing. What do you think is this activity about? What do you think about this activity that in what would we be discussing in different styles of writing? Do you know what are different styles of writing? Different styles of writing includes descriptive, narrative, expository, and persuasive styles of writing. First of all, descriptive writing. Have you ever thought about descriptive writing? And what comes in your mind when we talk about descriptive writing? Descriptive writing is a style of writing that focuses on vividly portraying a person, place, object, or experience by using detailed sensory language. Descriptive writing वो होती है जिसमें हम either we are describing some person, place, object, or experience, and we use sensory language. इसमें हम sensory language use करते हैं. We use figurative language in this descriptive style of writing. What are the key features of descriptive writing? The key features are the very first and foremost important feature of descriptive writing is sensory details. Descriptive writing uses sensory details including sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch to bring the subject to life. It engages the reader's senses and emotions. And when you are using sight, sound, smell, and taste, when you are using sensory details, the reader it really feels like he is either like he's either listening something, smelling something, tasting something, or touching something. Like so sensory details sensory details are used in descriptive style of writing. Figurative language. The second important feature of descriptive writing is the figurative language. We use figures of speech like metaphors, similes, onomatopoeia, and other figurative language that are often used to make description more vivid and imaginative. Apart from the sensory details, you also use figurative language in descriptive writing. Imagery. Descriptive writing relies heavily on creating mental images in the reader's mind through rich, detailed descriptions. So imagery is also a key feature of descriptive writing. And then evocative language, strong and evocative adjectives and adverbs are used to enhance the description. Evocative language also is a language that creates a picture in the reader's mind. So, adjectives and adverbs are used to enhance the description. So, these are the key features of descriptive writing. We will discuss this descriptive writing in detail in a separate lecture, but this is just an overview of all the writing styles. Precise word choice, careful selection of words ensures that the description is concise and powerful. We have to choose very precise words in descriptive writing. We don't have to overload our writing, but we have to be very careful while describing something. The second type of writing is narrative writing. Narrative writing is a form of writing that is primarily focused on telling a story. It is structured method of conveying events, experiences, or a sequence of interconnected events, typically involving characters and a setting. Narrative writing serves various purposes such as entertaining, informing, or conveying a message. Narrative writing is somewhat different from descriptive writing. नरेटिव राइटिंग में बेसिकली वी आर टेलिंग अ स्टोरी, हम एक स्टोरी बयान कर रहे होते हैं. एंड डेफिनेटली व्हेन यू आर नरेटिंग अ स्टोरी, व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग अ स्टोरी, तो उसमें एक स्ट्रक्चर होता है, उसमें इवेंट्स होते हैं, एक्सपीरियंसेस आर देयर, कैरेक्टर्स आर देयर. लाइक इस जिस तरह एक स्टोरी क्रिएट की जाती है उसकी एलिमेंट्स होते हैं. सेम इज द केस विद द नरेटिव राइटिंग. There are certain elements of narrative writing that includes different events, characters, and settings. And the purpose, what is the purpose of narrative writing? इसका purpose क्या होता है? It can be used for entertainment, for information, or conveying a message. So narrative writing is somewhat different from descriptive writing. And what's the main purpose? To tell a story. The central purpose of narrative writing is to tell a story. It aims to engage readers by presenting events, characters, and conflicts in a compelling and sequential manner. And narrative writing is mostly liked by the readers. क्यों? बिकॉज इसमें एक स्टोरी सुनाई जाती है और स्टोरी से ये होता है कि लोग इंगेज होते हैं, लोगों को खुद से रिलेट करते हैं स्टोरी को, इसलिए दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ राइटिंग इज वेरी मच लाइक्ड बाय द रीडर्स. Importance of plot, character, and settings in narrative writing or in narratives. Plot, characters, and settings are very, very important in narrative writing. How? The plot is a sequence of events that make up the narrative. It includes introduction, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. The plot creates tension and drives the story forward, making it engaging for the reader. So, plot is very, very important in narrative writing. As far as plot, it has a certain, it has it has basically the sequence of the event. It starts from the introduction, then there's a rising action, then it comes to the climax, then anti-climax, like what we say calling falling action, and then resolution, like you may say the conclusion or the solution of the problem. So this the plot is basically a very, very important part of the narrative writing. Then comes the characters. Characters are essential to narratives as they drive the story. They have their own motivations, conflicts, and developments arcs. Developed characters make the narrative more relatable and emotionally resonant. So characters are very, very important. Without a characters, you can't form a story. Then setting. The setting establishes the time and place in which the narrative occurs. It adds context and atmosphere to the story, immersing the reader in a specific world. Like setting is very, very important. Setting, what is setting? Setting वो होती है जहाँ पे आपका कोई भी एक्शन हो रहा होता है. Like either it is the home or the jungle or wherever this the time and place, the place basically time and place where the action is occurring. So all these things are very, very important in narrative writing. Then the third type of writing is expository writing. Expository writing means to expose or unfold something. In expository writing, the tone of writing is highly subjective. It is highly subjective. We can't write, sorry, it's highly objective. Over here is the mistake. It's highly objective, not subjective. We can't write subjectively in expository writing. Informative tone, we have to do correction over here. It's highly objective, not subjective. Informative tone, clear structure, evidences and examples, transitions, and thesis statement. The expository writing maintains an objective and informative tone, avoiding personal opinions or emotional language. As I told you that over here it's objective. So expository writing is an objective and informative tone. Like you can't add your own opinion in it, or you can't add your own emotions in it, uh, uh, unlike from narrative or descriptive writing. एक्सपोजिटरी में आप कभी भी अपना ओपिनियन नहीं देते हैं, ना या अपने इमोशंस बताते हैं. इसमें आप भी इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे होते हैं रीडर को, एंड इट इज़ हाईली ऑब्जेक्टिव. Then clear structure. It often follows a clear organizational structure such as chronological order, cause and effect, problem solution, or compare and contrast to present information logically. बहुत लॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर होता है, बहुत इससे क्लियर स्ट्रक्चर होता है, इसकी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होती है, हाउ यू हैव टू स्टार्ट इट, बिकॉज यू आर बेसिकली टेलिंग सम information, some compact information it. So it has a specific structure, and all the events, all the information is in a very logical way. Then evidence and examples. Expository writing relies on credible evidences, facts, statistics, and real life examples to support its claims and explanations. Expository writing, as it is based on facts and figures, तो उसमें आपको उसको प्रूव करने के लिए you have to give evidences and examples. अपने facts डालने होते हैं, statistics डालनी होती है, real life examples डालनी होती है, to support, to tell the audience that whatever you are writing, it is actually based upon the facts, it's actually based upon truth. Then transitions, effective use of transitions and logical connections between sentences and paragraph to guide the reader through the text. You have to use different transition words. आपको transition words use करने पड़ते हैं, logical connections बनाने पड़ते हैं sentences और paragraph में, so you may guide the reader, so you may make the connection of your writing. Then thesis statement, in many expository essays or paragraph, a clear thesis statement is presented at the beginning to convey the main point or argument. Mostly it happens कि when you are writing, doing expository writing, तो आपकी start में thesis statement होती है that make it very clear for the reader कि what you are going to write next. So this is all about expository writing. Expository writing is also very, very interesting. Then comes persuasive writing. Persuasive writing is a form of writing that aims to convince or persuade the reader to adopt a particular point of view, take a specific action, or agree with a particular argument. It is characterized by the use of persuasive techniques and rhetoric to influence the reader's belief or behavior. Persuasive writing कौन सी writing होती है? ये ऐसी writing होती है, the purpose of persuasive writing is to convince the reader, to persuade the reader. Like basically, in it, in this sort of writing, you adopt a particular point of view. आपका एक specific point of view होता है, and the purpose of this writing is to convince the reader on certain thing. आपने उनका belief, उनका reader का belief develop करना होता है, उनका कोई viewpoint banana hota hai. This is the purpose of this writing. The example of persuasive writing are advertising and opinion pieces. Advertisement, what is the purpose of advertisement? To convince the people to buy something, to buy a product, or to buy something, or to buy a service. So persuasive writing is used for such sort of. This is very, very important to learn, because if you learn persuasive writing, you can do advertisement. Advertisements use persuasive writing to encourage consumers to buy a product or service. They often employ emotional appeals, catchy slogans, and persuasive language to convince consumers that their product is the best choice. So, if you're good at persuasive writing, you can convince your customers, you can convince your readers to buy something. Opinion pieces, opinion articles, editorials, and columns in newspapers, magazines, or online platforms use persuasive writing to express a particular viewpoint on a current issue or topic. They present arguments, evidence, and reasoning to persuade readers to agree with the author's opinion. So, if you have to present your opinion, आपने जब अपने opinion writing करनी होती है, like either in the form of article, editorials, a newspaper, or online blogs, you have to use this persuasive writing, because जब आपने ऑडियंस को एक स्पेसिफिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू पे कन्विंस करना होता है, तो यू हैव टू डू this type of writing. Now we have to do the practice. There are 4 topics that relates to 4 different types of writing. First, you have to tell me that by looking at these topics, you have to tell me that what type of writing it is. The first one is describe a bustling marketplace on a rainy day. Second is argue for or against the importance of environmental conservation. The third one is provide an overview of the impact of technology on modern society. And the fourth one is tell the story of a person who overcame a significant obstacle to achieve his dream. So these are the 4 topics. Your homework is this, that you have to tell me about the type of writing, and you have to write a very short paragraph on each of these 4 topics, keeping in mind the 4 types of writing. If you have any question, you can ask me. You can just text me. You can ask if you have any confusion, if you have any query, you can ask me, and yeah, you can just take help from the type of writing to answer these questions. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you have any confusion, feel free to contact me. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.